Hello and welcome to Rose Play Season 27, Episode 3. As always, I'm your host, Orion Moon Rose, and today before us, we're trying to make it to a gas station for, I don't even remember what. A phone. A phone, yes, that's it. Yay, another checkpoint not long after. Yes, thank you. Yeah, sure, let's listen to it.
Well, I was just outside for a breath of fresh air, and what a night. I know most of you are probably in your beds by now, but if you're still up and around, take a moment. Step outside for a spell and breathe in deep.
Nah.
It's absolutely still. The sky is crystal clear. It's like the forest is...
Actually, it is nice out.
With you. As you listeners know, I'm a night owl, and it's on nights like this I wish I wasn't cooped up in the studio. Makes an old man like me wish I could just roam wild. But here I am, and it would keep you company all night long if I weren't. It looks like I'm not the only one staying up late. Caller, you're on the air.
Hey, Pat, it's Maurice Horton.
Hello, Maurice.
Maurice.
I was just taking Toby on his walkies.
Oh, he's
Oh, right.
But, Pat, the reason I called is that Toby heard something rustling in the undergrowth and took off after it, and I couldn't find it.
probably a rabbit.
Sure.
Yeah, no.
Well, sure.
Anyway, I figured that, if anyone runs into Toby, they could grab him. My number's on his collar.
And Toby's a friendly dog?
I don't
He loves me.
think we ever see Toby.
Back, but we were pretty far from home, and it sounds like he went pretty wild there. Great dog, but he's just too dumb for his own good.
Aw, poor little buddy.
Well, Maurice, it's out there now. Hope Toby comes home soon.
Yeah, thanks.
You have a good night now.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Alright. And we don't have to listen to the music mostly because I don't want copyrights. Alright. Plus, if you want to listen to the music, I did already do this for just a stream to try to perfect the game.
At first, I kept finding the pages as if by accident. The book I couldn't remember was...
I mean, it's not out yet, and I don't know when it'll be out, but
creation
we'll have it.
in the world.
I think the show will premiere before my streams do. I mean, trying to perfect it, but...
I could save myself. With it, I could save Alice.
Yeah, and apparently Stucky's not far off either. I don't care about the hot dogs, buddy. Come on! Ha ha! Screw off. Okay. I think this is never-ending darkness, so we're gonna try to skip it. Maybe not. Okay.
I stepped into the gas station's garage. It was dark and quiet. The place was a mess. It looked like someone trashed the place, or that there'd been some kind of fight.
There probably was.
The room through an open door at the back, and
I assume it's whatever possessed Stucky, the dark
I
presence.
was blinded by a bright light. An old portable TV on the shelf had come alive by itself. Impossibly, I could see myself on the screen.
Well, that's never good, is it? All right. Thank you. Right. The lights have been used to their max. We can go down a total of 5, I think, and still be fine. Up. I'd believe it. We're gonna go this way and grab whatever's in here, okay, Stucky? Because I saw the sign, and it opened up my life. I saw the sign. I'm gonna get flare guns, and you're gonna die right here. Okay. Hello, birdies. Why do these tractor tracks scare me? For good reason. Sorry. I don't like you. Yeah, we can pick up another manuscript.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake? She asked. The sheriff looked at me suspiciously. The early morning light flooded through the office windows. I would probably never have gotten out of the woods alive without her help. But I couldn't tell her the truth of what I'd faced.
Well, yeah, she'd
think I was lying.
I was going to say crazy and lock you up.
And she wouldn't help me find Alice.
Okay, so in other words, we're going to run into the sheriff, and she's going to be like, Wake, what the happened? Ooh. Thank you. Oh, is this my favorite episode? The quantum realm of the...
Science. It bestows immortality on those who advance it to elevate all of mankind.
Yep.
Newton, Einstein,
I love Night Springs.
men. But the price for such a
We'll go ahead and watch the whole Night Springs, because that's worth it.
in Night Springs.
That is 100% worth it.
Tonight's episode.
A quantum suicide. It's my favorite out of all of them.
If our lives are already written, it would take a courageous man to change the script. Having called a press conference, Dr. Barclay Colvin is about to demonstrate that very courage.
Ladies and gentlemen of the press, I am Dr. Barclay Colvin.
I might be a mad, evil scientist.
Here at the Moorcock Institute. Tonight, I'm going to give a practical demonstration of the many worlds interpretation. As you can see, this is a loaded 9mm pistol.
There we go.
It shall be part of a thought experiment. And now, a real experiment, known as a quantum suicide.
Did he say suicide? Is
Sort
that
of.
a gun? He's kidding, right?
Please,
No.
stay calm. There is no risk. Observe what occurs when I place the weapon against my own forehead. Now, you might think this round is merely a dud. Not so. Observe the flower pot. And yet, I myself cannot be harmed with this gun. With each pull of the trigger, 2 new realities branch off. One in which the weapon didn't fire, and one where it did. With my machine here, I have ensured that this reality is always the former.
I mean, that's pretty smart, actually.
Quantum immortality. Under no circumstances can this gun kill me.
Well, under normal circumstances.
Every time you pull the trigger, in another reality, you die?
Yes, of course, but that's completely trivial. There's an infinite number of things that could happen at any moment, and they always do happen somewhere. The point is...
Like that. So now you're the reality that dies where another version of you get to live. That was kind of lame.
Insane, Colvin.
Insane? Insane?
Hey, was this thing supposed to be plugged in? I stumbled on it.
You fools. Gaze upon quantum.
And yes, it was supposed to be plugged in.
Poor Dr. Colvin, felled by his own hubris or the ignorance of the masses. Perhaps he should have left the crate unopened.
I would have.
Decaying atom unobserved. Curiosity
He often kills the cat in Night Springs. I love Night Springs. All right, let's get this going. Well, that was weird. I wouldn't know. I've never changed a spark plug. Okay. Hi, Stucky. I have a present for you. Oh. Sorry. If you ever show up, I am gonna shoot you in the face. Crap, that was my bad. Booyah! Took care of Stuckers.
Stucky's body vanished, leaving behind only a lifetime of nightmares to come, assuming I'd reach the lights of the gas station alive.
You might. Who knows? All I know is you had a flare, buddy. Yep, wrong way. Thank God the map's on that side, otherwise I might have had to switch the camera. Please don't drop on me, that would suck. Massively. My joke is Stucky was kind of lame. When you have a flare gun, what did you expect, though? It's like the ultimate weapon in this game. Oh my God, I found the deer. We're at the gas station, people.
The parade float I had seen in Bright Falls when I first arrived with Alice.
Well, I mean, you were still on the river, but we get what you mean. How am I gonna get across? Do I just go around? I know I have to get to the bathrooms to get the last page.
After the insanity I had just experienced in the darkness, the lights of the gas station felt comforting. At least for a moment, the sane world reasserted itself.
Yeah, temporarily. Yes, thank you. Another manuscript page. Stucky taken.
Stucky spat on the garage floor and tried to shake the cobwebs from his head. Ever since the couple never showed to pick up the keys, things had been fuzzy. Something, a feeling caught his attention. Stucky looked up and stared as his brain tried in vain to process the horror before him. He stumbled back, knocking over a can of oil. A black pool spread across the floor while he struggled for a brief moment.
And then nothing.
As the unrelenting darkness engulfed him.
Poor Stucks.
The Deer Fest had been 2 weeks away
Oh.
when we arrived.
Now it's 7 days. That means a whole week.
I was missing a whole week between the night we got here and now.
Oh my. Okay, I don't want to go in the garage yet. The front door is locked, right? Yep. We need to go to the back, get to the bathroom.
The gas station to find a phone to call for help.
Because that is where the page is. Yep. This should be our last nightmare page for this chapter. Toby the dog. Oh, maybe we'll finally figure out what happened to him.
The smell. It was the man. The nice man who always gave him treats and never got tired of playing with him. Toby wagged his tail in excited anticipation and gave a joyous bark. Then there was another smell. A wrong smell. And it
Must be a taken.
To stop Toby in his tracks. Confused, he growled deep in his throat. The wrong smell came from the nice man. Blind animal terror pierced the dog's brain an instant before the axe followed suit.
Oh no, Toby got axed to death? I mean, I'm sad. I'm glad we didn't get to see it, but oh, well, now we know what happened to Toby. Sad fish. But this is supposed to be a horror game, right? So
the garage was a mess. It looked like someone had trashed the place, or that there'd been some kind of fight.
I mean, sort of.
All right. I'll keep writing. Outside, there's only darkness. Outside the cabin, outside the story, there's only darkness. I can feel her presence in the dark. Just now, I could smell her perfume in the room. I'll reach her. I'll fix it up. I'll bring her back. The story will come true. If I stop, she's lost.
All right, well, now we know a little bit more of what's going on with Alan.
It'd been me on the TV, talking crazy.
Yeah.
Was I losing my mind?
I mean, you're missing a whole week and you're fighting people who, it's pretty safe to say you've completely lost your mind. Don't think I care about that. What the heck's this phone? Is it back here? Yeah, there it is. Ooh. Mining, Ghost Town, Elderwood, Watery! That means Watery was... Okay, so either Watery was part of the game before the remaster, or they added because of Alan Wake 2, but that's what I wanted to check, and Bright Falls and it is a little bit away. Even Bright Falls and chapter.
Bright Falls Sheriff Station.
Oh, thank God, Sheriff.
Sheriff Sarah Breaker, you are...
I'm Alan Wake, but listen, I was in a car crash. My wife, Alice, she's...
I got the proof.
Down, Mr. Wake.
We were staying in a cabin on the island, on Cauldron Lake.
There's no island on Cauldron Lake, not since the big eruption in the 70s.
Which explains the calendar we looked at.
Take you there, okay?
You look like you've taken a pretty bad knock to the head.
Yeah, that I have.
Are you okay?
Insanity's been all over the place.
We'll figure this out. Please get in the car. We'll swing by the lake and then we'll go to the station, okay? Mr. Wake, have you seen Stucky, the guy who owns this place?
Yes.
She wouldn't have believed me. And then she wouldn't have helped me with Alice.
He's now non-existent. Yep, no cabin. Dun, dun, dun. Now, we aren't going to listen to much of this song because it'll probably copyright it a little bit. We'll wait till it says end of episode 1, though. Yep, there it is.
Go to sleep. Everything is all right.
Previously...
Yeah, except everything's not all right.
I came to Bright Falls with my wife, Alice.
I love the music in Alan Wake, especially what they did, but
Right here.
I don't want to hear it. God damn it.
for the show, we can't let them be playing.
Alice? Alice?
For the streams, I let them play, and I don't know if they were copyrighted or not. It's been a little bit, but...
I'm missing a week. I was attacked by like shadowy men straight from a nightmare.
Well, I'm glad you let me know we're missing a week in case I was stupid enough not to pay attention to,
Disappeared.
you talking about there being a week. Episode 2, taken 3 years ago, which there should only be 1 page in chapter 2, and it should be towards the end as well. Boy, Alan looks so weird without the stubble.
Honey!
I'm home.
Back here, sweetie. How was it?
Worst weather I've ever seen.
You should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up.
Oh, wait. Yeah. No, I just want to look outside quickly. So there's a storm. Cool.
Coffee's on.
Great, thanks. I'll need it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow.
Go to Alice. Okay, we can do that. I love her pictures. Ah, there's Alice.
Oh, hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
No kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
Oh, really?
Well, you seemed to think so last night.
Ooh, spicy. All right, let's go. You hear a radio too, right? It's not just me crazy. I love the Golden Guns. Return to Sender. What I Can't Forget. Alex Casey. The Things I Want. The Fall of Casey. I assume it's in that order. Oh yeah, there's another QR code. I didn't even notice that was there. Did I?
These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will happen over my dead body. The last time was the last time. Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called.
Of course he did.
Alan, please check.
I will.
This was a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge, it had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red, a gruesome slushy.
Oh.
All the scattered painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer.
It still sounds like Max Payne.
Becoming one with it. I can see them now. My wife and my baby. Honey, I'm home.
Yeah, I guarantee that's...
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry.
I'm right here, baby.
I'm fine. Just get the lights back on now, please.
I will, hon. I'm not even going to worry about you because I want to... Wait, was there a manuscript? Okay, now I'm being an a-hole, aren't I?
I really don't like this, Alan. Please hurry.
I know, I'm sorry, babe.
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Okay.
It's all right, there's light. You're safe, I promise.
You okay?
Hi.
I'm sorry. It just really spooked me.
All right.
Don't worry. We'll just break out the candles.
I know it's stupid, but it's just... Especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I get that.
I love you.
Tell me a story, writer.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker.
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you, too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I don't really know what's up with that,
Even if you are a liar.
but
Thanks for this.
It is important. Aww. That's sweet. Bright Falls, the present day.
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that?
No.
Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling better with that now, other than what happened.
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've...
If I do, not anymore.
Shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Well then, Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Maybe, but I think this is where we'll leave it here in a moment.
Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head.
I want to talk to him about the fish, though.
I'm sorry you had to cut your morning fishing short for this, Doc.
Oh, she's a beauty, ain't she?
She's a good size.
God, if you can believe that coming from an old fisherman like me, but she's right up there. Now, she's a largemouth bass, which is what you're after if you prefer a lure. Now, if you want either trout or salmon, on the other hand, then it's fly fishing for you.
Gotcha.
You a fishing man, Mr. Wake?
Not really.
It doesn't really matter, I suppose. But it can be very relaxing out there. You can't get me off the water this time of year. Closest thing to heaven.
I'll take your word for it, Doc.
All right, anything else before we leave it here? Now that we've also made it into episode 2, thankfully.
I believe you'll find the sheriff in her office. Just go down the corridor.
Will do. All right. So I think we're going to go ahead and leave it here. I don't think he has much else to say. Hey, how you doing, Alan? Oh.
Sarah's probably waiting for a chance to talk to you.
Maybe. I'm waiting for a chance to talk to you. Does it always take this long for you to prep your doctor bag to leave?
The sheriff wanted to see you in her office.
All right, we'll go ahead and leave it here. I think this is good enough 3 times. So, when we come back, we're going to apparently go talk to Sarah about our wife's disappearance and try to figure out what to do next. Because, again, we don't really have an objective other than to talk to Sarah, so that's what we'll do. But until next time, remember, keep gaming, never give up. And when someone asks you what happened to a person that dissipated into light, you just ignore the subject or tell them no.